Hey Kins, welcome back to your girl's Kdiddavis channel, and I just want to talk about a little bit about a lot of things. Happy New Year. Is it the first video for the year? I feel like it's not. I feel like I did one after New Year's. So this is the second video for the year. And I want to talk a little bit about different things. I'm gonna have a video out tomorrow. I literally recorded last year, January. I want to say February, one of those months. And I wasn't feeling the greatest. But I can honestly say, the holiday season did not take me out, which I'm happy about. And taking me out like I wasn't depressed. I wasn't, I didn't do a lot of stuff as much as I thought I was gonna do. But you really gotta do what you gotta do. And I'm not a ball of chocolate, so and also just sometimes you just need to rest. I get up at 5 something in the morning most times. I put on my clothes, go back to sleep, get my kids ready for school. And now I have to get up a little bit earlier to get my daughter to school to make sure she's on time for 7:20 in the morning. But it's gonna be a lot. So times like that, I cannot wait. We have our next 2 breaks coming up, Martin Luther King Day. We got January 29th. So I can't wait. Cause I don't like getting up at 5. So I don't like getting up at 7. I like to get up at 12. That's when I feel the most best and I'm feeling most perkiest about my life. So it is what it is. But I just wanna say, I wanted to do a video for like single moms or just parents, single parents in general. Cause I feel like people always say just moms, but there's single dads, single aunties, single cousins, single family who taking care of people's kids or your kids. This journey is not gonna be easy. They might write a lot of books about this, but every child is different. Every adult is different, and your attitudes are gonna clash sometimes. But at the end of the day, when you're learning from what you're doing, if you did something wrong, you apologize and get on with it, and you just make sure the next day is better. Take accountability in what you're doing. Try my best to speak very slow. I get comments saying you talk too fast. Granted, that video they did watch was old, so I was talking faster in those videos. But people also told me recently I talk fast, which I think I'm talking extremely slow. I think everybody else is just talking very slow. Like they talking like snails. Sorry, I'm getting off task, but I watch a lot of YouTubers from the South and I love their accents. But they talk hella slow, so I have to be speeding them up. But in general, I speak fast. People say it's a Jamaican thing, people say it's a New York thing. I can't really tell you. People say New Yorkers speak fast. Most New Yorkers I know don't speak fast, so that's confusing to me. I think Jamaicans speak faster than New Yorkers. And because I'm technically right in the middle of those, here I am, and I'm the product of it. So there's a lot of Hispanics speak fast, but I'm not Hispanic, so I don't feel like I don't fit in that category. You feel me? Anyway, so I hope that you and your family had the best Christmas ever. If you don't celebrate Christmas, Kwanzaa, Three Kings Day, all these other stuff, Boxing Day, whichever you celebrate, I hope that you guys had a good time. It's a tough time. If you don't know, I'm a foster mom. It's a tough time for my daughter right now. I don't think she don't get it yet. I told her and she cried about it that time, but because it's not happening, she doesn't get it yet fully. But the baby's leaving us soon, and yeah, so that's what's happening in our life right now. She has a court date at the end of the month or in the middle of the month. I don't even know when the date is. She has a new caseworker. If I didn't tell you, this child she's gonna be with me 2 years coming this Saturday. We should do like a little something. I was trying to think of planning her birthday party for next month. I'm like, she's not supposed to be with me next month because they gotta get the judge to make the kids all go at one place and not with me, which I understand. I understand that foster care is about unification. That's right. Reunification of families. I understand that. Some families probably don't deserve none of their kids back, but I am not the judge of it. The judge is the judge of it, so it is what it is. I have to go whatever the judge say. Not even the caseworker, what they think, because the caseworker thought she should have been adopted out a long time ago, but 2 of them thought that. So I'm surprised it hanged on this long, but I'm not adopting apparently, so yeah. But as I told you before, I was going to actually close out my agency told me that, we only do foster care houses, we don't do adoption houses. But I know a lot of agencies have lists of kids who are ready to be fostered out, like adopted out. So now it's like a different tune now. I just probably have too much kids to overwhelm them with, right? So I'm actually gonna this one was like, be a respite house. If I'm a respite house and this kid will be for 2 weeks and respite, well in New York City, in my agency, they don't pay. So if I'm gonna have a kid an extra month in my house for 2 weeks, I could do 1 or 2 days a month. I can't do 2 weeks because you can't put that in your taxes. So I am not at this point in my life to do respite because I can afford to do respite. So if I was doing better on this channel and I was getting like, you know, at least a couple of thousand extra dollars a month, I would probably consider doing respite just because I know I have extra income coming in from like even this channel or whatever, or even TikTok or whatever. But I don't have that extra income, so I can't do that. I cannot finance that in my life right now, right? So that's the only problem I would have doing respite. But I'm open to have my house as a adoption house. Adoption house. I need like kids who's ready to be adopted. Like, so I plan to do that, and so come on this journey with me. I know I didn't tell you. I told you when I was doing the foster care thing, but I told y'all when it was happening. You know, I started once in advance, so I recorded stuff before and I give it to y'all in advance. I mean afterwards. Even some phone calls I had with my caseworker, I gave out. I don't know if I put it on here or I put it as the membership, but I had it somewhere. You know, it's out there either in one of the parts of the YouTube streets. You feel me? So that's what's happening in my life right now. I'm trying to meet some goals. Last year I didn't meet. I feel like I met none of my goals last year, but I have been traveling more for work, which I'm happy about. I've been getting more money, which I'm happy about. So I guess I meet some of my goals, but some of the goals that I wanted to reach, I didn't reach it. I definitely want to get closer to God. I'm trying to pray more, be on fasting for right now for church until the end of the month. A lot of churches are. And I'm trying to do all the days. Some people are going to drop in and out. I'm trying my best, me, your girl K did, trying to fast every day to make sure my spiritual life is better. They say a family that prays together, stays together. Some families, they especially preachers' kids, they tend to preach a lot. They usually at home, but sometimes, you know, if you do too much, I feel like, especially with young people, it can be too much, but I'm not gonna say don't preach to your kids. Yeah, I think you should preach to your kids and pray to your kids and things like that. Do the best that you know for your kid and your kid's personality. I think also why some people, I came from a different tangent. A lot of people backslide, or kids like PK kids or whatever, their parents gonna do too much. You have to make your child really choose for themselves and not really force it down their throat. I think that's why KK got saved, and it was her decision. It wasn't my, like, you know, I talked to her about it, but she ultimately made her own decision at 6 years old to be baptized. They're not going to be perfect. They're not going to be like amazing citizens because us adults are not amazing citizens. So they can only do the best that they can, and that's what we have to work with. And I'm not going to force it down her throat. And I make sure also, because I know the person who does the youth department, that we do not just churchy stuff, but we do fun things also. So yes, so that's the kind of things that we are doing right now. What other updates? I'm thinking of making a vision board. I'm not really sure. We can actually youth department to do that maybe next month. We have Black History Month. I want to be able to go on more trips with my job, make even more money. I want to at least make 50% more than I made last year. You might say this, I was gonna say 25, but I know my God can do it. So I'm gonna say I want to make 50% more of what I made last year. I don't really know how much I made last year, but however, when I do my taxes, the thing about one of my jobs don't actually go into that, which is kind of, it's a different story, but because they'll give me a W-9 form when I fill out the paperwork. It might start this year, but last year they didn't even know it, so it is what it is. But so that's what I'm trying to be working on this year. I need to work on my relationship with KK. I feel like it could be better. Me and my mom weren't close growing up, so I want to make sure I can break that little curse of moms and daughters not together, like, you know, being one in one unit and being family oriented. And I try my best to find my own family, you know, building on what I have and not thinking about, oh my God, everybody's got a big family, but whatever God has given me, that's what He knows I need at the moment. And I'm blessed to have KK, and some people can't even have children, so I'm blessed to have her in my life, and I'm gonna just, you know, nurture her and care for him, you know. And while the baby's in my property in my house, I'm gonna love on her too. It's like she knows she's going, because I don't know, like right now I feel like I'm not gonna be like she goes, not my kid. I'm like, it's whatever, not my child. Maybe she's preparing me. Every minute she started this new thing in the past like month of just kissing my hand randomly. So I'm like, does she know? Like I tell her, but obviously she's 2. She doesn't understand completely what's going on. So that's a little bit what's going on in my life. So yeah, I also want to run this channel. So if you can like, send out things like that, if you have ideas that you want me to do, I'm definitely gonna do that. Maybe out of this video I can actually do a foster care video, because somebody asked me for that last month and I did not do that. So sorry about that, it's my bad. But I could probably put that out on Friday. I'm gonna record it right now, this will go out today. And yeah, I just wanna be a good little citizen and do what I gotta do and work hard and changing. You know, I like working, as you know, if you don't know, if you're first time watching this, I was formerly homeless in New York City with my daughter. For a couple of years, I was couch surfing and I went into shelter. I'm happy I didn't have to live on the street. You know, they probably wanted me to stay on the street because they denied me so many times, but that's a different story. But what I want to say about that is that I work with that population, and we work with policies and things like that. And I want to be able to work in more policies, and also with the federal government with like changing like SNAP and welfare benefits. They haven't changed them, I feel like, to me, properly and based on where you live. Probably, I don't know how they should do that, because every state have different things, so I feel like they should do it based on where you live. People, California, New York, Atlanta, but probably not everywhere in Atlanta, but Atlanta, in Chicago, and I said Cali? I feel like I said Cali, should not have the same benefits as a person who lives in Missouri or Mississippi. Yes, things are going up, and yes, especially minimum wage are based on those areas. Like New York City, minimum wage is $15 an hour. I want to say New Jersey's, I'm not sure. And New Jersey too, it's another big like tri-state area, but not everywhere in New Jersey either. But they should do it from state to state, and which have a high population, because I don't feel like certain states, we shouldn't be having the same amount of money as somebody in Mississippi. Our cost of living in New York City and bigger places like metropolitan areas, our cost of living is way more. That if you give it all of us the same across the board, it's not working for us. We need more. Granted, I don't qualify for these things already. Anyway, that's another thing we need to change. Not last year, but the year before, I qualified for it, but I started making too much money, so I don't qualify for it anymore. I think that they should make the program able to be for middle class people, because they have upper and lower middle class, right? Middle class people should be able to get these things. You know what I'm saying? You might say, no. Cost of living is high. Rent is up to wazoo. If a person is paying all this money in rent and can't buy food, honestly, I'm paying for the food further. I refuse to die in an apartment that I pay for. It don't make no sense because I'm starving. That's crazy. My rent gonna be late and my food gonna be paid. That's just me. People not doing that, but I'm doing that. I'm just saying. But we need to think about that. The shelter allowance that they give you needs to be up. For me and my daughter, for shelter allowance 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, $283 a month from welfare. Granted, I do live in NYCHA, so if you don't know what NYCHA is, it's public housing. But $283 a month? How's that helping me? How's that helping me pay for rent? That should be at least $500. The way inflation is going, $500 for at least 2 people. When you have more people in your family, they add it on like they do for SNAP or whatever. I said they should be doing it. So I'm working with people who wants to change those laws, and not laws, but like those things and things like that. I work with policies, so I want to get more into that and learn more things. So that's what I'm going to be doing. If I can be able to carry on this journey, I will. I could tell you what the changes are if you would like to hear those changes on how you can get involved in these things, because a lot of times it's only the same voice, the same people doing the same thing. And sometimes lawmakers are tired of hearing our voices. They want to hear other voices. They want to make sure people have an input and not only just like only my perspective about certain things. So it'd be great that I share things with you guys and you guys can push it along if you think it works for you. Because I might say, oh my gosh, I think the sky should be orange, but do we have the thing to change it to orange? And why we want to change it to orange in the first place? Because it would probably be a little bit dark. I don't know. But like, if somebody says something crazy and you don't like it, just ignore it. But if something that you see that I'm talking about and I want to be changed in policies and things like this, and you think it'll be cool and you want to be along with it, all you gotta do is comment down below. I can say it's in another video, to be honest. You comment down below that video, and I can give you more information on that based on an email or Instagram or whatever like that. I will be putting this information also on Instagram, and I'll get to be with you more and guys interact with you more. I do truly want to grow. I want to be able to use this income for this channel to do other things in my life to make myself and my family better. It could be worse. I've been at rock bottom, so it's like this right now. My life is not rock bottom at all. This is I feel like the most I've done at this point in my life. I've done a lot of different things, but it's gonna be bigger and better, you know. So I want to be able to use this platform and all the platforms that I have to be able to grow myself and grow my family and make sure we have different opportunities and make sure my child have different opportunities. So that's what I'm doing, and also I want to pay for my student loans. That would be great if I could pay that off this year. God, you heard me. You hear my prayers. But I didn't pray about that. But you hear me. God, I'm asking you to help me with my student loans this year. Jesus, I'm just saying. But I want to pay for it'll be great if I could pay for my student loan this year. I said in another video, I have about $38,000 in debt. So if I could be debt free too, go to 20,000 and shit, like 24,000, somewhere around there, is student loans. So majority, 3/4 of my debt, probably more, is student loans. So if I pay for that, I'll be pretty, good. So yeah. So guys, if you can help me out, I'm not saying send me money. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying watch my videos and share it out. That can help me out. So like, yeah. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Things have been amazing. And if you want to send me stuff, also my PO box is in every video. You can send me stuff. If you're a small business, you can send me stuff and I could try it out. And I could give you a shout out in my video. So yes, I'll do it in the beginning. I want to do it at the end of the video. That makes sense. Most people don't say to the end. I'll do it in the beginning. 2 or 3 minutes in, okay? Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for being amazing. Bye.